Good morning, November 14th, 2025. Wanted to highlight two models here that I just obtained in my collection. And I've always said many times on my Instagram page, in person, at the gathering in Albuquerque, that honestly my collection would not be what it is. And I'm not bragging, please don't get me wrong. Without the connections and without the collecting world and fellow collectors that have just come through and either helped me out get models or had models available, made these models obtainable for me to purchase and just build upon my collection. There is so much stuff out there to collect in my lifetime. I would never have everything, and not saying that is the goal, but honestly, if they shut down selling new Matchbox at retail and they just said, you know what? Mattel's finally just pulled the plug on it and said, see ya, goodbye. There is enough older stuff out there for me to collect for the rest of my God-given life and not run out of things to chase. So I know my hands, I'm trying to keep my hands still here. But two models I have in front of you today, the 1962 Corvette and the Kids Rock. They didn't even label this as a Ford Bronco 4x4. These are Australia-only issued models, so these were never sold in the U.S. The Kids Rock is actually a radio station, it looks like, and these are international boxes, what you're seeing. You notice they're the error from, and I will turn them one underneath because they're really cool. They have the Australia Matchbox Toys, PTY Limited, the Australia address. Obviously, it goes back to the offices in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, under Tyco, so you know the era that these were produced. The Kids Rock has been harder to find. Harder to find over the years, just because of the availability of it. It was a promo, there's no Bronco, there's no Ford markings on any of this box. Obviously, it's a Ford Bronco 4x4 vehicle. But I love the caution under small, not suitable for children under 36 months. This era of packaging, a Matchbox, was definitely the early 90s. But the packages were neat. The orange and yellow were to get the brand to stand out, in my opinion. I didn't collect back then. I was in college, getting an education. And then, fortunately, when I came out of college is when I kind of just discovered the hobby again and started collecting again. But this is an Australia-only model. It's loud, but it's really cool. If it's in, with the models of this time, we had some colors some outrageous mix of bright neon colors, but this was done, I believe this was some kind of charity model. Absolutely love it. I think it's really nice. I'm very happy to have it in my collection. The other model that I obtained, and there's one or two more from this purchase that I made. This is 1962 Corvette. Now, I realize that we've had many models produced in this, many different variations in this model, but this is really cool. Like I said, this was an Australian only. You can tell the age by the star wheels. Like those wheels, I don't know why they ever got rid of them. I thought they were somewhat realistic. Same thing with the box, except this has the Corvette on the side. It has a little tear in the back, but that's fine. And that was 62 Corvette. And of course, I turn it upside down. Matchbox Toys, Australia. I don't know if I'm going to take these out of the box. I don't know. And if I do, I guess I'm just going to save them. And I may just leave them in the box, to be honest with you. I don't know if they'll go in my regular Superfast case. And this is because they're Australian-only models. I don't know if I could make a special section for them, but I can tell you is that especially the Kids Rock, where the box doesn't identify as the Ford Bronco like I brought up, I may leave these in the box and then just keep them that way. I'll re-catalog them with everything else, but I think I'm just going to leave them in the box. I just think they're neat, and like I said, it gives the example, and I do collect cardboard, so here's the other bad part. And I have another example, which I'll show in a later video, but I collect cardboard. If you think about it, just take it from 2002. how many different cards, how many times they've changed the logos, how many times we've changed the graphic art on the cards for Matchbox. If you just collected cardboard, you would have a task in front of you just to go back and get different examples. Now, take that into the 80s and 70s where they did promotional models. I've got a promotional model that I'll do a video of here probably the next couple days and kind of tie it together to this model about the International. But it's a gorgeous card. I've never seen it before. Like I said, purchased with this lot. And it's amazing. I'm not going to show it to you now, but it's not in English. So there's some, I think it's French in the back from what I read. I'll get my notes together when I do the video. But there's just so much neat stuff out there. There's promotions. I've got some connectable stuff that I'm going to do a video on too, that they canceled the line and put out this final set. And this set's amazing. So anyway, happy Friday. Here are my 2 Australian issues in Australian International boxes. And I hope you all have a great Friday. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to build this channel one video at a time. And more than willing to put the work in. I got plenty of stuff to video. So y'all have a great weekend. Thank you. We'll see you soon.